No, Omahini too much. I'm saying Oko Omahini sorry ewa down somana. Apostolic Empowerment Ministries Omahini yeni paketwa. Na obeko ya reserve onu na konya ye special and Omahini teso. Oman we too much. We too much.
The reason is Jesus. So they be at the catch you say. In times like this, the biggest of cross you can be under.
Yeah.
The altar you can be under. Apart from the merciful altar, the grace altar. No. The bigger picture is Christ.
Yeah.
Inti na this season, no, Jesus continues to be the reason. Just that we there. Upeja Pentecost jumba kuna masafu mari ya dishu.
Dabi anu bona nye Pentecost jumba. Eh Methodist nyom.
Oh, sa won ya dishu.
How sweet the name of Jesus sound.
Oh, ko brofan ke tu brofo ma.
Bia, someone mo ya brofo sem. Me koto fante. Bro Jesus need India ye de oji dinya suma. But there is this long write-up Dr. Prince Sama aye on Facebook.
Okay.
Now, unim Dr. Prince Sama say only executive secretary ma National Curriculum and Assessment.
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
And you know that one, I know. What throw a fast teacher license exams, no. Of course, one of the major issues a former president Irizi here on a Facebook Live encounter, no, emu say oba, and even before that, na Sami Jemfia kan ewaha say one of the things because that day he was pushed. Say NDC for alternatives, and I think that was one thing. Okay, say omoba license ya lumbichem because teacher for so mumpe, and the former president himself also said that. Dr. Prince Hamawa Homane so Doc akwabe EKOSIISEN na pomu ye de.
Medodo mene obi na mena demu ye pa.
Okoye ya.
Oh, bibia okoye.
But say Esha, if there is a policy why unpopular amongst teachers in our country, both one our schools and one our we are. I think the licensure thing will go down as one of those policies or very unpopular. Why would government want to still persist on implementing this?
Oh, what the can me share with you the policy of licensure regime here unpopular. Makade bia na onye no kwanado. The National Teaching Council obotum more data no on the number of people who sit for the exams over the last 2 years. I was charged there was implementation 2018 I think in particular, and the subsequent exams are virtual until the number keeps going up. But I think that particular policy intention, we need time to understand it very well. You see, how children are performing in schools. The results, both local and international, does not show that we are doing well. We have one called the National Education Assessment. That means what test former primary 4 in mathematics no English. Results no a chere the yambo from no oban kunte buna dia wanya de kra. Also na can cancel your problem man. You work also primary school 2 basic 2. No so early grade reading and assessment and the early grade mathematics assessment. Also the people say the yambo from no wanya de kra won kunte buna onye akankan show. About junior secondary school, now your assessment you need to take part in. Of science in international math and science study change. Na Ghana, NaCCA amanaman degree including a degree aman and a culture that means every 4 years. The last one but the previous one last but one. What sense yes true? War ranking and last but one. Last one a year was 2015. No, war ranking compared to our international counterparts. They decided in review. In all these reports and assessments, one thing is key. The teacher factor has always been a determinant of learning outcomes. Kwa number for was na. But for man, one wasn't born. So the government recognized that many years ago in developing the Education Act 2007, bodies were set up, including a body called the National Teaching Council, a regulator for the teaching profession. For all these years, we were not able to fully implement this. But the current government took a decision there, because the teacher factor is very key in improving learning outcomes. Now, the entry requirement to becoming a teacher must change. First, a minimum of a degree should be the benchmark for getting into the university system, getting into the teaching profession. And the teacher education curriculum was changed. A new teacher education curriculum framework. Teacher education providers are Ghana at the University of Cape Coast, University of Development Studies, University of Education with when you are a teacher education. Obia yene offended make courses and the program differently. And a framework Obama Obia ne Dori Biano when ye from Wabweni ma Obia Adusiano at least and so on yet too much. My over classroom with my child. That documenting was done, and then also made sure the implementation of a new offered a program for teachers in terms of degree, and then to top it up, which is the licensure. Now, licensure, interestingly, it was also part of the previous government policy intention, and the then executive secretary, who is now a member of parliament, Dr. Augustine Tavia, I think MD for Bia West, actually met teachers and teacher unions on how our licensure regime, including writing exams. And these are policies that have always been already been activated. In fact, in the State of the Nation and in the budget 2016, the pilot CDR, now Washatu or other places like Sai Oshidoku, Kasina Nankana Nade, was mentioned in the 2015 budget statement under paragraph 635. So it's a bit worrying and baffling, to get a very important statement to attempt to make statements or wind us back. Because you see, when we say that teaching is a profession, like say law is a professional area of law people go into to become lawyers, or to become a medical professional, you join a certain professional body. The teaching must also take that form if we recognize it as a profession. And all over the world, there are teaching regulatory bodies. They regulate the activities of teachers. Then here, Nigeria, South Africa, all the countries, and many countries, advanced countries like Canada, Australia, United Kingdom, all over. We streamline how people who call themselves teachers, behave and must act.
But Doc,
and see, that's the process that is ongoing now. I think many people who really want to call themselves as teachers appreciate. And so, you're unpopular at all. I'm very proud to say that I'm a qualified teacher.
Okay, the first exam and that's our licensure examination, we know, we taking this year and that's last year.
I think the first exam was in 2018.
2018. And teachers are a Timmy a Troy and a bear saying, do we have the figures?
I can't recall, but
okay.
That one will be the data will be with the National Teaching Council.
National Teaching Council. No problem. Yes. But the other thing is reading from post now we are and wow can baby ewaha in your post say and you spoke about the act and what the act sought to do, the fact say implementation and the course until 2017 are buying way a buyer. But you made the point, sir. Let me see. This initiative, though, was greeted with initial agitations and disagreement from some teacher unions and students alike. The policy has come to be part of the country's educational policy, and the benefit of such a laudable policy intervention would remain instrumental in promoting better teaching and learning outcomes. The teachers play a pivotal blah blah blah. And clearly, no, Acquire say yes. Disagreements now on a teacher for no MP. But by an agreement so obey more implementing a part of our educational policy. Is that my understanding from the Wachro? Should that be my understanding?
When you want to challenge the status quo, when you're introducing policies that challenges the status quo, you must understand that resistance to change or unwillingness to change will come in. Anybody in policy development, policy implementation will get this. And see, in many countries where they have introduced this, it has come with resistance. It took time. For example, in the United Kingdom, when the General Teaching Council for England was set up, a lot of resistance. Teachers even said, won't hear offending registration fee, they would hear, won't hear. Government said, okay, £13.5 per year. I'll pay £10 for you. I'll shoot you. See, it is very normal because you see, the whole idea is to improve quality of teaching in the classroom. If you say you are a medical doctor, there are certain professional attributes and professional standards where they demonstrate. And see, that's why you are held before medical and dental council. So if a baby not on ya. Na council na share na one ready. The legal council, the general legal council, is also a body which is regulating the profession of law.
Yes.
And then you have the nurses and
midwifery council.
You see, we have these institutions as regulatory agencies responsible for regulating the activities of any entity that calls themselves a profession. If you don't have that, you cannot qualify to become a profession.
Yeah, and but Unimun so say, Doc, Education Act, no, it make key provision for the National Teaching Council. What can wasem? In the National Teaching Council, no, what said here, you want nurses and midwifery, you want medical and dental, you want Ghana Legal Council and all of that. The question now would be, sir, can teachers be licensed without necessarily writing a separate exam? Say where licensure exams after so what exams ni the College of Education who we are also assign a separate exam to get the license. And no the former president say obey ye edi free ho. Is it possible with your experience ni BBA say you better remember teachers the license without the writing exams no?
There are different models for implementing licensure regime. The education sector also has the same. If you are doing policy implementation now, or the context within which you implement the policy. And to example, in the General Teaching Council for Scotland, of which I'm a member of, say, before I beg you full registration, we have something called standards for full registration. And standards for full registration includes portfolio building and teaching for a number of years, number of hours or number of days. You don't necessarily have to write an examination. In England in particular, beyond portfolio building, you write exams. So even in the United Kingdom, you can see the distinction. In our model, it's a combination of writing exams and then also having building a portfolio. Now you see, the whole thing is not similar to what happens in the universities or the College of Education. The colleges of education, do not write or do not provide avenue for people to write professional exams. They have been trained based on the curriculum.
The curriculum, no, okay.
But when it comes to, for example, demonstrating professional values and attitudes, or the national teacher standard. You see, what we have said there, for somebody to call himself a teacher, there are certain standards and attributes you are the nippon or year to trader or a teacher. And so today, unlike first now, Obia or you school or to put the classroom of friend with teacher. This year, I did your trade or the nippon or demonstrate and son like academy per teacher. And the only body that defines who a teacher is the National Teaching Council. And therefore, what you say there, in order for you to be called a teacher, when you are writing a licensure examination, there are three things they are looking for. They are looking for your professional values and attitude, your professional practice, and professional knowledge. And some now basic knowledge in English and mathematics or numeracy and literacy. They test that. And I think that in the process, we are actually improving the quality of the teachers in the system. We're introducing a program of UTDB on trained teachers diploma in basic education. Go to the ground and see what happened. It was introduced sometime in 2015, 2016, 2014 thereabouts. Hairdressers now, tailors now, they were all into the system and they were all called teachers. Some of them cannot even write their names. So eventually we had to cancel that program. And say you invest in education. You teach teachers account, you build schools, you have to textbooks. The money no must resort in one thing. Then before no work with school, watching Shinade, mobile in papa, or the boy man. Say the money near them outcome. It is an exercise in futility. And the person that plays a key role in ensuring that this thing happens the way you panel. The teacher. The teacher factor is so important.
Very important. But Doc, probably my final question. In 2016, time under the former government almost started the pilot implementation of Sala Licensure regime, in the district almost selected Shayo Sudoku, Kasna Nankana East, and among other districts, teachers natural exams. Did they write a separate exams?
Oh, our friend then a piloting. Yes, our friend then how the registration and the rest will go.
Yeah.
Until they looked at the data that I will feed into, and then piloted that process. I cannot confirm the teachers separate teachers or show exams for that, but this is something that the former executive secretary can
help us
but
with.
What I can say for a fact that there were several stakeholder engagements sometime in 2015, 2016, including meeting teacher unions, and everybody got an understanding that there was going to be a writing of examination as part of the licensure regime. And see, this is something that has been happening all over the years, but I think that the boldness to do it, the political courage to do it,
was lacking.
Never been there until now, because you are dealing with more than 300,000 people. You see, in fact, if you are looking at the people who are employing the largest number of staff in this country, the teachers, Ghana Education Service is the highest, and with the teachers. It was very difficult. In fact, in those discussions, teacher unions were told that both the existing teachers and then the in-service teachers were all going to write the exams. You see, there has been a lot of discussions, and as we able in the process, I was grandfather rule will apply. Only the initial teacher education product in our about and no virtual. Then all existing teachers, they will not write. They will get the license automatically. Then after a number of years, they renew. But initial thinking under the previous government wasn't like that. And there are people there who can attest to that. So I find it a bit worrying. If it's a shifting of course, you can say that, okay, initially this was our thinking, this year, it's a again. But to go back to the things that one can sample activity process to get done now, due to some reason it wasn't implemented. Now, now it's been done. To go back, I think it's a bit of people trying to look for idea for so that they can use it to score political points. But you see there where we have gotten to now, we must continue some of the policies that are inuring to the benefit of people. We are becoming a shining example, and this particular regime would actually help us in terms of making sure their teachers are all classrooms and meet international standards, and they themselves can move. Now, if you get out of the school system and you become a qualified teacher, they give you what we call QTS, qualified teacher status. In the UK, you use the Kenyan title QTS, very enviable. Say you become NQTS, newly qualified teacher status, and you feel proud to attach it to your name and your title. It is an opportunity for us to internationalize our school system, teacher education program, and make it better comparative to what is happening elsewhere. Today.
Some spokesperson. We may final question, Doc. Some spokesperson of the former president and some party communicators at Kasa. They be can and they say the former president a lot of stakeholder engagement as part of a people manifesto, no, where share teacher unions and all of, and some of the recommendations from our engagement, no, and they say money in sheda and your license exam, and that's why or promise one say he would scrap it when he becomes president. How do you reconcile to the current policy position of administration where you say the bar just to professionalize the teaching profession as it were who say they reconcile our two positions?
Obi no one nurses, one cancer nurses, they say. And a medical and dental one cancel all the other professional bodies are what you're on social as professional examination.
Say be among say omumpe.
You see, it took a long while for nurses, midwives, medical dental to get to all this. And teachers, previously were seen as a vocational. Say, Edu Master now the whole teacher and also a student of your master, and then you also become a teacher. So many years ago, if you look at the history of teaching, it has always been regarded like a vocation beyond your profession. International standards and the way the world is moving, the idea of professionalizing teachers has come in. So the first teaching regulatory agency in the world was done just in 1955 in Scotland. All others have followed and follow the model, and we are going on like that. You see, or you're an emerging field that you don't want to, destroy the pathways now. To say there, wind us back there, it's like and we can't go along that path. It's not that the teachers don't want to. The teachers recognize that the introduction of a licensing regime that makes them also feel like a professional, like their counterpart somewhere, is something that adds professional values and instills public confidence in them, in the profession, and to make them also comparable to others. And you see, let me give you an example. When I got my teacher education program here and traveled to the United Kingdom, I was working and teaching. But because I did not, at the time I had not received my full registration because I got probation first. Me pay plan and me no different. It being a professional alone, plan has some text that is added, and therefore we need all of us, our full parents, stakeholders, must embrace this policy intention. On yet to make teachers feel bad and uncomfortable. It is not a punitive measure. It is not to sanction teachers and say, "Oh, you are not good. You are taking your license." If teachers are not meeting the standard for full registration, then there has to be professional development, a supportive measure that will enable the teacher to grow. because the teaching profession or a continuum or a long pathway.
But doc, me pacho maybe we will help me pacho. Say we share the specific proposal former president and I say the policy alternative. No can say he would rather focus on improving the quality of teaching and learning at our colleges of education. Said the bear so we no much final exams were and no one the teacher will come out as a competent professional. Your only focus will be on improving quality of learning at our colleges of education. From where you sit and experience how war any baby, I know you say and no and shada on.
You see, the thing we are discussing is about academic knowledge and professional knowledge.
Okay.
For example, EKOSIISEN accounting, a degree in accounting, quality training you have gone through, it doesn't make you an accountant unless you go through a certain professional procedure, write certain professional exams, regardless of your knowledge in accounting, until you are recognized as an accountant. So that is the distinction we need to get. Academic qualification, if you go to the university, you acquire an academic qualification. So the licensure regime then gives you the professional qualification. And the things that the licensure regime looks for are not the things that your friend and university are going to probably look at.
Yeah.
The second point is that there are various teacher education providers. University of Cape Coast, they are a BEd mathematics. University of Cape Education, Uniba, also BEd mathematics. Actually, the subject, the courses now, there are different courses for all of them. Ecotech is one, so different courses, all of them. It is only through a licensure examination or standardize this process. And regardless of what you have gone through, you have to demonstrate that you have the professional values and the attitude to be in the classroom. Not just the professional knowledge. You see, the examination doesn't check the FAA accounting. Now, what is your knowledge in accounting? That's not what it does. What it does is to look at yourself as an individual. A teacher. What are the attributes of a teacher? A teacher must be empathetic. A teacher must be able to know the different abilities of children and be able to design a classroom setting, irrespective of the child's ability to address the permanent learning needs. These attributes, you cannot get them in a classroom examination or an academic setting. It is through a professional examination able to demonstrate.
Yeah, but the other point, Doc, and it's for some attributes. Now, I want to believe, while they go through the College of Education, because after Owie College of Education, the period between where we any time of actual licensure exams, and to say law school, you know, sign call any other school and conquer professional training before they write the exams.
Until there.
And to say law school, into Uwe LLB or faculty, Obesanya Ghana School of Law, acquire professional training before you write the bar exams. In the case of teachers, so we College of Education now, wako out, akwa ne omo national service no owia wababa betro say the nurses ne wababa betro ne license ya no anya ne license. Enti the understanding would be say sa professional attributes na woka ho asem no time our College of Education the be kire ne sa anyoma ne nyina meboa.
Betro etie ya. If you find the College of Education,
yes,
you need to teach education now, or better, teach your knowledge, the subject matter knowledge. What subject mathematics or better mathematics. We are pedagogy, a corner of that what the mathematics, and some teaching practice. These are the three areas that every teacher education program there will touch on. Because this is how initial teacher education people learn and are trained.
Yes.
Yes. In fact, I call our segment in the course of food training, I call our segment. Now, or friend then demonstration, practice, shadow. Somebody will shadow you. It doesn't still make you a professional teacher. Even in developed countries. It still doesn't entail. Make it a first degree, it's a master's degree in mathematics. Yet when I went to the UK, they still didn't qualify me to teach as a full-time teacher, I still had to go through the professional route and meet the standard for full registration. See what it is there are standards for registration to become a teacher that you need to demonstrate. But what we can do in many developed countries, what they do is that, for example, a BEd programmer, and I've heard that discussion is ongoing. Say a BEd program or University of Education, Winneba Fobotum Wade, or friend and licensure process, what I can one program.
Yes.
And he said, we are able to show a degree in mathematics education with QTS, qualified teacher status. Only your program variations are invested there. In England, a lot of the universities, they run the Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Education program, and then with QTS. In fact, I want to initial teacher education program is different.
Yeah.
A degree program in say mathematics. Now quite a postgraduate diploma in education. But so that doesn't qualify you as a teacher. Until QTS, university and able to graduate with the QTS.
Yeah.
That is an administrative arrangement that the National Teaching Council
can look at. Okay.
Already, I have been told in some of the meetings that we held that the National Teaching Council intends to have conversations with some of the teachers, some of the universities, so that variation in their program, you can run a program with QTS or NQTS attached with it. There will be a program, not automatically.
Yeah.
Today, in some universities, I connect a bachelor in accounting, able to some certification in their certain part of their CA or a certain part of ACCA. And so these are only a program variation and diversification from the teacher education provided. But that will not take the fact that
you have to still go through the licensure.
That one, there's no negotiable. Go and look at my previous papers. I chased the previous government on this matter with papers chasing the executive secretary at the time on why it is important that the regulatory regime is implemented for us.
Okay.
Can you imagine then Kofu or the teacher for the camera? Now video now they know that, but these are all unprofessional
misconduct
that are regulated within the professional regulatory regime.
Yeah.
Where the council can determine your fitness to teach by making sure that whether the things you have done fit into the standards or does not. And then either they revoke your license or whatever punitive measures they could take to ensure that they can safeguard the image of the profession. So this is a serious matter we are talking about here. We're talking about the image, brand, and the public confidence in a profession that actually delivers improved learning outcomes for our young people. And we cannot do politics with that one at all. No way, we can't do that.
Doc, my say it's a pleasure talking to you. Yeah, that's a pie. Why? Dr. Prince Hamidu Ama and Amotin, one executive secretary, the national curriculum and NaCCA, national curriculum and assessment. And what is here no aiding come EKOSIISEN so the higher sempa